what are the sticking points that the union and the employer still cannot agree on?
Well, the big one is wages. The longshoremen's union are asking for a considerably higher amount of wage increase than the employers are willing to give them. And the other big issue threatening the dock workers is automation. Ports around the world are largely automated. They're almost all automated in Asia. That's not the case in the U.S., and the unions want to keep it that way to protect their livelihoods.
Brendan, good to see you this morning. Look, what industries are going to be most impacted by this event? When we think of these container ships, what is the most important product that actually arrives on the eastern seaboard?
Well, there's a number of them, and the impact will not be obvious immediately. This will have to drag on for several days or even weeks before consumers and businesses really notice the effect. But one of the key industries you're going to want to watch is the auto industry. The auto industry, particularly European automakers, use a lot of these ports, particularly in the south. And if those parts are caught up in queues outside these ports, then you could see some effect. The cars moving themselves, cars move on separate ships than containers do. We could also see the movement of imports and exports getting disrupted. Another industry is the fresh food industry. A lot of this comes from Latin America. The eastern seaboard has a number of refrigerated warehouses, things like bananas from Central and South America come through these ports. So if refrigerated containers are not moving, some of those will get priority. But if they're not moving, food spoils, and that's going to cost companies the money, and ultimately consumers could pay for that.